Yo, what just happened with Cenat's return is actually one of the most important moments in streaming history, and nobody's really talking about the actual implications of what we witnessed. Kai was gone for 9 months. 9 months.
Bang.
I swear to God, I gotta see your name, Desi.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Everybody was wondering if he was done, if streaming was over for him, if he moved on to other things. And then he comes back and doesn't just return to streaming. He returns with over 1 million concurrent viewers and fundamentally changes the lives of multiple small streamers in a single night. That's not normal. That's not just content. That's power. When Kai started announcing Streamer University participants, something crazy happened. Streamers with 4 viewers suddenly had 16,000 viewers. Streamers with 1 viewer jumped to 7,000. Streamers with 31 viewers went to 21,000. And this wasn't because of a viral clip.
Here. For as long as I am alive, as you will be happening, 2027, 2028, 2029, I'm going and getting bigger and better every single time.
Or the algorithm finally picking them up. It wasn't organic growth, it was pure influence. It was Kai saying a name and that name becoming instantly relevant to the entire streaming community. Think about that for a second. In a space where discoverability is one of the hardest things to achieve, where you can be consistent, talented, creative, and still get buried because nobody knows you exist. Kai literally became the algorithm. He became the discovery page. When he said your name, his entire audience didn't just clap, they went to your stream, they followed you, they gifted you subs, they rated you. He moved his audience like a general moving troops. That's the brutal reality of Twitch that people don't talk about enough. You can be streaming for years, grinding every single day, being better than creators who blow up and still have single-digit viewership. Because Twitch is not like TikTok where one viral video can change everything. On Twitch, if people don't know you exist, if they don't have you bookmarked, if you're not in their following list, they're not finding you. You can be the funniest person alive and still get 10 viewers. That's the algorithm. That's how it works. That's real power, because in streaming, viewers are everything. Views equal money, views equal sponsorships, views equal opportunities. And Kai just gave multiple people the biggest audience spike of their entire lives with one announcement.
Shonix! Shonix! No way! No way! Oh my God!
I want to take this chance to thank nobody.
Some of those people probably made more money in that single night than they had in months of streaming. But here's what really gets me about this. It's not even about the money for some of these creators. It's about the validation. It's about being seen. Streaming on Twitch specifically is brutal because you have to grow another platform just to grow on Twitch. You can't just be good and blow up. You need to be discovered. And Kai became that discovery mechanism for 147 different people. Now, what makes this even crazier is that Kai didn't just help the small streamers. He also helped bigger creators. Agent 00 went from his normal 9,000 viewers to 27,000. That's significant growth for somebody who already has an established audience. But here's the difference. When someone who normally gets 4 viewers suddenly gets 16,000, that's literally life-changing. They're not going back to 4 viewers thinking that was normal. And that's where Streamer University becomes something bigger than just an event. It becomes a system. It becomes a cultural moment. Kai created this whole structure around it. Students, professors, club directors, janitors, librarians. He turned streaming chaos into something that feels official, something that feels institutional, something that feels important. That structure is what
Streaming University is designed to help the discoverability of streamers who put belt to ass year after year after year.
makes it work. If Kai just said, hey, go watch these streamers, it wouldn't have the same impact. But because he framed it as Streamer University, because he made it feel like an actual selection process, because he made it seem exclusive and difficult to get into, suddenly being selected means something. It's status, it's credibility. It's like getting accepted to Harvard, and people are comparing Streamer University to Harvard and Yale. Think about that. A streamer created something so exclusive and desired that people are putting it on the same level as Ivy League schools. That's the cultural power we're talking about. That's what Kai has built. But here's where it gets complicated. Because not everyone who got that massive viewer spike is going to maintain those numbers. That's the real test. Getting the exposure is one thing. Keeping the audience is another thing entirely. We saw Barbie Sky come through Streamer University and get that initial spike to thousands of viewers, but she didn't keep them. She couldn't maintain that momentum. She ended up with fewer viewers than she started with. And that's because getting the exposure isn't the same as being ready for the exposure. You can be good at streaming to 30 people. That doesn't mean you're good at streaming to 16,000 people. The pressure is different. The chat is different. The energy is completely different. But then you look at Jana. Jana came into Streamer University with barely any viewers. She was streaming off of PS4. She didn't have a fancy setup. She didn't have a polished presentation.
Came into Streamer U. If y'all look at her lore, Yana came into Streamer U with a small amount of fucking viewers, gang. Whenever somebody asks me who came into Streamer U small and left big, whose life is different after, and it's Yana, bro.
She didn't have perfect audio or perfect visuals. She had something better. She had authenticity. She had real personality. She wasn't trying to be what she thought streamers were supposed to be. She was just being Jana. And when Kai gave her that platform, she didn't just maintain the growth, she exceeded it. She became one of the biggest female streamers in the game, and that's because when the spotlight hit her, she didn't crumble, she thrived, she expanded, she kept being herself while the audience expanded around her. What's the difference between her
Sky update because from University too, so I wanted to talk about my experience and where I'm at. So right now I significantly average less than when I had originally went to Streamer University, and I am in a ton of debt and I am completely broke. I feel like the problem was after Streamer University, I was kind of forced into doing IRL content because it seemed like that's all people wanted, and that was the meta. And my viewership significantly dropped when I tried switching to IRL.
and Barbie Sky? What's the difference between someone who maintains growth and someone who loses it? Authenticity. That's the real lesson here. Streamer University isn't just about exposure. It's about testing whether creators are actually ready. It's about finding out if you have what it takes when the spotlight hits you. Some people thrive, some people crack, and that's determined by whether you're genuine or whether you're just chasing the moment. Which brings me to what this actually means for streaming culture.
Yes! 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 I told you, bro! I fucking told you, bro! It's me!
Because Kai just showed that one person can literally create the system. He didn't need YouTube to greenlight this. He didn't need Netflix to fund it. He didn't need some external platform to validate these creators. He used his own influence to build a pipeline. He created his own draft night where creators are the draft picks. That's insane when you think about it. That's paradigm shifting. In traditional entertainment, you need gatekeepers. You need a label, a network, a studio. You need institutions to validate you. But Kai is showing that if you have enough influence, if you've built a large enough audience, you can become the gatekeeper yourself. You can create the opportunities. You can decide who matters and who doesn't. You can launch careers, and it works because Streamer University has structure, it has professors, it has students, it has competition, it has exclusivity. It feels real, it feels official. It's not just Kai being nice, it's Kai running an institution. And institutions matter, they create legitimacy. What also matters is that Kai is doing this every year. This isn't a one-time thing, this is becoming the streaming calendar. This is becoming the event that people plan around. When Streamer University 2027 happens, everybody in streaming is going to be watching to see who gets selected. Everybody is going to be hoping for that name announcement that could change their life. That's the power Kai has. He's not just streaming, he's building something that's going to outlast individual streams. He's creating a legacy, he's building culture. But I also think we need to be real about what this means. Because as amazing as this is for the creators who get selected and actually execute, what about all the creators who don't get selected? What about the ones who get that exposure and can't handle it? There are real stakes here. There are real egos involved. There are real people who are betting their careers on this. And Kai knows that. He's aware that Streamer University is becoming bigger than just a content event. It's becoming a life-changing moment for some of these people. That's why he puts so much care into the selection process. That's why he's expanding the categories. That's why he's making it feel like a real institution. Because if you're going to have that much power over people's careers, you have a responsibility to use it carefully. And based on what I've seen from Kai, he's taking that responsibility seriously. He's not just picking random people, he's picking people who have potential, people who have the foundation to build on what he's giving them. So what does this mean going forward? It means Streamer University is going to keep growing every single year going forward. It means more creators are going to apply. It means the competition is going to get harder. It means Kai is probably one of the most powerful people in streaming right now, not just because of his viewer count, but because of his ability to create opportunities for other people. It means that any creator who gets their name called is getting a genuine life-changing moment. It means streaming has entered a new era where individual influence can create institutional power. It means Kai is literally building the future of streaming from the ground up with each announcement, and that comes with responsibility. Because when you have that much power over people's actual careers, when you can literally change someone's entire life with a single name announcement, you have to be thoughtful about how you use it. And based on what I've seen from Kai with how he's approaching this, he's taking that responsibility seriously. He's not just picking random people to get hype, he's selecting people who have potential, people who have the foundation, people who might actually make it. This is what leadership looks like in the streaming space right now and moving forward. This is what real influence looks like. Not just views, not just engagement, not just numbers. It's the ability to create opportunities, the ability to build institutions, the ability to literally change careers with a single name announcement. That's Cenat's power in this moment, and he's just getting started with what he's building. Peace.